Voiceover software. There are very many choices of software out there for recording and editing voiceover jobs. If you're a musician or singer already using something like, say, Cubase, and you want to get into voiceover work, well, there's no need to learn a new package. If you're used to using music recording and editing software like Cubase, that's fine. Starting from scratch, though, if you're a Mac owner, you may find the free GarageBand software suitable for your needs. Windows owners will have the built-in voice recorder software, but this has extremely limited functions for us voiceovers because you can't edit it.
So what functions do we voiceovers need in our software? Well, we need to record, of course, then afterwards to play back and to hack out mistakes and sometimes breaths, in other words, to edit. You may wish to insert sections of silence in order to leave a gap before sections or in between sentences to space them out. Or if you're happy with the duration, but you want to mute out a bit of noisy nonsense, maybe like you coughing or breathing too loud, the software will need to mute the sound in the area you select without inserting anything to increase the time.
Then software also needs to enhance the quality of our voices by adding compression. This makes the voice sound richer and more authoritative. Then maybe you want to add EQ or equalization for certain jobs. Let's say you have to sound like a radio announcer from the mid-20th century. The equalizer would take the bass off and it would make you sound tinny and pretty lo-fi, a bit like this. So EQ can be a useful feature for some jobs when you're asked to do the production yourself.
Also, if a particular recording has problems like some background hiss or hum, your software needs to be able to tackle these issues as well. You'll also sometimes need software to subtly speed up or slow down recordings to fit into exact timings. Then the software needs to be able to export your master recording in a variety of different file formats and qualities, depending on the needs of the client who's paying you.
For example, if you're recording audiobook files for Audible, they need MP3 files of 192 kilobytes data rate per second, at least, at 44.1 sampling, levels that peak no more than -3 decibels. Whoa, what's he said? Look, don't worry if this all sounds confusing and highly technical. You'll learn all this stuff. It is quite easy, really.
There are some really good programs that have all of these features. Audacity is free to download, although we recommend you donate to the developers. NCH WavePad we also recommend, and is free for non-commercial use, but is pretty inexpensive to buy. The Rolls-Royce of audio software, though, is Adobe Audition, which you have to subscribe to each month via the Creative Cloud system. It has a load of great high-end features that you'll need when you get more established as a voiceover. It's so important. We even have a whole training course where you'll learn all the details of how to use Adobe Audition.
So how do you get your sound into your software program of choice? Let's wire up the studio. As we mentioned in the last video, to connect a large capsule condenser microphone to a computer, you'll need a USB interface box that provides the microphone with power and also converts the analog signal to digital so the computer can read it.
We recommend two for us voiceovers. There's the Steinberg UR22C, and there's also from Focusrite the Scarlett Solo, which has one channel input. If you are doing podcasts, or maybe you have a co-host or doing interviews in a studio, maybe you'd like to look at the two-channel version. Basically, these USB boxes connect your analog microphone to your digital computer. But you do have to get the levels right, though.
The Audacity software program has an input level slider, and other programs have equivalent settings. But we suggest that it's best to leave any input level at 100% and adjust the input volume on the physical control of your USB interface box. This is much more convenient, as you need to adjust this more often according to the type of script you have to record.
So, for example, if you have a very soft, breathy recording, I turn this control to 2 o'clock for my voice, and for shouty adverts it's turned down to 11 o'clock. So you need to experiment to find the right setting for your own voice and for different volumes of voiceover read. On the Scarlett Solo, you ideally need to get the dial LED thingy to flash green with a few flashes of amber on the peaks, no more than amber. If it lights up red, this means possible distortion on your recording, so you need to turn that dial down.
What you are doing by turning this input control up and down is optimizing what's called signal to noise ratio. If you kept the input always low level to avoid distortion, then on quiet recordings, you'd have to amplify both your voice and the pesky low level hiss or noise and any mains hum as well. Note that for very loud recordings, say you're shouting military orders for a video game, the recording may still distort even with the Scarlett input level low and the software input level low. This is because the voltage peaks are still too much for the poor preamps and you'd be overloading them. Here, you need a -10 dB pad or attenuator, and you'd buy one with a male XLR at one end and a female XLR at the other. So it would be plugged in between the microphone and the input to the Scarlett Solo USB box. You'd only need this for really loud, shouty projects though.
Great, you're all set up to record. Click the link if you'd like to download this video's PDF checklist. But how are you going to get your first voiceover jobs in? See you in the next video. Hey, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below or watch the video once more, just in case there's something you've missed. Now over to my left, you can continue watching. Just click the video you'd like to watch next. And please click the thumbs up icon to let me know if you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. And if you've not done so already, remember to subscribe and click that bell icon so you don't miss any of my new videos.